Okay, this is a video demonstration of the operation of a K&S Model 4 4526, which is this model is a deep axis. I'll explain that later. It has a Y-axis step back. The only requirements here is if you go around the back, you'll see that there's a power cord. You see equipment power cord plugged in at 110 volt. We'll send that along with the equipment. Also, a few things to point out is, well, first of all, you'll receive a copy of the manual. This is a service, operations, and maintenance manual for the 4500 series. It covers all the 4500s. The work holders, this work holder will come along with the system. You can see it's mechanically held down using the adjustments here. Work holder for gold, it's set for 150 degrees Celsius, and the work holder is plugged in. Your thermocouple connection is here, and then your work holder heater's connection is here. There is a button to push down in order to pull it out. Just leave it in for now. And one other thing to note too is we have the search 1, 2 loop and tail adjustments are on the right hand side. It's there for ease of use for the operator, so that as you're making adjustments and looking into the microscope and moving the chessmen, you're able to adjust your search on the fly. So since they're here, these are disabled now. So this loop, tail, search 1 and 2 are no longer functional. It's been moved to this box here. This lever here is for manual operation. You would have to change your machine out of semi-automatic mode to manual Z in order for this to work. One other thing is, if we quickly come on this side here, you can see that I just want to point out why this is a deep axis machine. You can see the clamp is above. This is your transducer. Here's your wedge tool. Your clamp is above. Gives you all this room underneath here to go inside a package. So this is what they call the vertical feed or deep axis style. I just want to quickly power it off, power it back on. You'll see that there is movement of the table. That's your Y-axis motor, your step back. That's adjusted with your step back potentiometer here. So this is normal in the initialization. It's the motor finding its limits, the table finding its limits. And while it's doing that, I'm going to send along the case that the tool comes in. There's no other way to identify the tool other than providing the case that it came with. So here's the part number for that tool. Again, this is a deep axis, so there's a hole that goes through the tool. The wire gets fed down through the tool and then through the bottom hole on the bottom here. It's explained in the manual how that is done. If you do change the tool out, you'll need a setup tool. And for the deep axis, they require the .828. I don't know if you can see that on it. It's a .828 setup tool, and basically you just place it in there like this, and you drop your tool in. That's how you set your height of the depth of the tool in the transducer. The set screw, in order to change it out, uses a 256 Allen wrench. What I have here is a gold-plated package lid I'm using as a test coupon. To move your stage around, you use your chessmen here. So right now I have it set up for the proper bond 1 and bond 2 settings. I just want to point out here too, if you were to look on page 645, it talks about a long tail length. I have the machine set up for long tail, and you can tell by when you press at reset state, you can press the left side button here, and you'll see that one is flashing, telling you that you're in long time mode, and that the second light is on steady. That means that we're using long tail. If you were to go one page past on here, you'll see these are your recommendations for your settings. You'll find this in the manual. It's on page 647. So for 25 micron gold, it'll show you your settings here. I just want to point out, it's not telling you to be in long tail mode, but it works better, at least with the tool and the wire I'm using. In this case, it works better using the long tail mode. And that just gives you more motion of your, when the clamp moves. The range is greater. And the long time mode means the time is greater, so, for the range. So, we're set up, and I'll go ahead and demonstrate a few bonds in what we consider semi-automatic mode. So I'm going to use my Chessman here to position, press and hold for search, do bond 1. We'll step back, that's our step back distance. Again, that's adjusted with your step back potentiometer. And then we'll go ahead and search 2 and perform the second bond. The one thing I want to look at is the tail length. It was a little short on that because of the demonstration I was doing, so I'm just going to feed the tail a little bit. Let me take a quick look at it. That looks okay now. Again, your tail, loop, search 1 and 2 are adjusted here. So let's go ahead and do a bond now. The tail looks fine. So we're at search 1. I can adjust the height by using our search 1 here. Go ahead and make the first bond. Now it went up to loop and step back. Our loop height can be adjusted at this point. You can see the head moving up and down by adjusting the loop knob. Search 2 again is adjustable with this pot here, and we'll go ahead and perform our second bond. So as you can see, once this all set up, you just need to press hold, it'll automatically step back, press hold for your second at search, and you can continue on making the same bond with the same step back distance. Okay, if you want to do a stitch of bond, which is consecutive bonds after the first bond, you would have to hold the left Chessman button. I'll go ahead and do one here. So I'll do bond 1. At this point, I'm going to, with my ring finger here, I'm going to press down on the stitch button, which is the left side button on the Chessman. Go ahead and make 2, then I'll step back automatically. So as you can see, the sequence continues until the very last bond. Again, you would have to manually move that. Okay, I'm going to press the Chessman button. Then I can continue on stitching. I release the Chessman button, I'm going to do my final bond. Okay, I guess the one final thing would be to, just want to explain here, you do have the high reset level option on here, so if I were to press this in a high, you can see that the bond head does reset at a higher level. So this is your low, and this is your high reset. Let's cycle through first. So we're in high reset mode now. And the purpose for that is to give you a little more clearance in moving the tool. I'm moving the work out of here in order to replace your package that you'll be bonding into. Okay, so the final thing would be to show you a manual bond. Again, I'm just going to step through the semi-automatic bonding. And let's go ahead and switch it to manual mode. And we'll use our Z lever here to do a manual bond. So you have complete control of the Z head at this point. And you would have to do the step back motion yourself by using the Chessman. So this is just manual bonding. Switch back to semi-automatic. Okay, that's a demonstration of the 4526 KNS deep access wedge bonder.